my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all safe at home. Do you remember, children, what we learned in our last two classes? How do plants reproduce? Is it? Okay. Shall I ask few questions from this topic? Yes. What are the conditions needed for germination? The right amount of air, water, and warmth. Okay, very good. What are the parts of the plant? Yes, root, stem, leaf, flower, fruit, and seed. What does the root do for the plant? Takes water from the soil. What does the stem do for the plant? Carries the water to other parts of the plant. What is the first stage in the growth of many plants? Seed, is it? Okay. What happens when a seed germinates? A small plant breaks out of the seed. In which part of the plant connects the roots and leaves of a plant? Yes, very good. Stem, is it? Okay. Do you know the definition of seed dispersal? The process by which seeds are scattered far away from the mother plant. What are the four main modes of seed dispersal? Dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, dispersal by animals, and dispersal by explosion. Do you remember, children? Okay. All living things reproduce their own kind. Plants reproduce in a number of ways, either by seeds or vegetatively by different parts of a plant. Now, we are going to learn about vegetative reproduction. Okay, which topic? Vegetative reproduction. The other name of vegetative reproduction is vegetative propagation. Okay, what is that? Vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is any form of sexual reproduction occurring in plants in which a new plant grows from a fragment of the parent plant or a specialized reproductive structure. Okay. Many plants naturally reproduce this way, but it can also be included artificially. They have developed asexual propagation techniques that use vegetative plant pods to replicate plants. Most plants reproduce with the help of seeds. Some plants reproduce with the help of their roots, stems, or leaves. Can plants reproduce from roots? Listen here. Generally, loosen the soil around the base of the plant and pull it up. That plants might just be waiting to stage a comeback. Depending on the plant, good roots might look white or yellowish, thread-like or thicker. Those roots keep them moist, and you may be happily surprised by new growth. Plants like carrot, radish, turnip, and beetroot reproduce with the help of their roots. These roots are thick and fleshy. So, new plants are growing from their fleshy roots that are in the soil. Some tight circular roots that cannot get enough nutrition and will kill the plant. Sometimes, if you break the root of a plant, what happens? Damaged roots can cause buds and twigs to immediately die, weakening the plant. The weakened plant may begin to show decline symptoms and reduced growth. Plants with damaged roots show symptoms on the side of the plant where roots have been severed. Children, what are the plants growing from roots? Carrot, radish, turnip, and beetroot. Next one is some plants growing from stems. Many plants such as ginger, potato, onion, dahlia, and garlic can reproduce with the help of their stems. Some plants like sweet potato roots can give rise to new plants. Onion and garlic can grow from their stems from swollen like bulb. Potato and ginger have small buds that grow on their surface. Each bud can grow into a new plant. The potato we eat is not a root. It is a stem. It grows underground. The stems of the potato plant store extra food and become swollen. Children, can you say which are the plants growing from stems? Ginger, potato, onion, garlic, etc. Can some plants be grown from stem cuttings? A plant cutting is a piece of plant that is used for vegetative propagation. A piece of stem or root of the source plant is placed in a suitable medium such as moist soil. If the conditions are suitable, the plant piece will begin to grow as a new plant independent of the parent. A stem cutting produces new roots and a root cutting produces new stems. A stem cutting produces new roots and a root cutting produces new stems. Some plants can be grown from leaf pieces called leaf cuttings, which produce both stems and roots. These are called cuttings. Stem cuttings, in which a piece of stem is part buried in the soil, including at least one leaf node. the cutting is able to produce new roots, usually at the node. Some plants like hibiscus, rose, money plant, bougainvillea can grow into new plants with the help of stem cutting of the mother plant. Can you identify any plant for stem cutting? Normally, we use rose plant for stem cutting in our home. Yes? Okay. And third one is plants growing from leaves. Some plants have special leaves that develop buds on the leaf margins. For example, Bryophyllum, Kalanchoe leaves still are attached to the branch. The leaves of this plant begin and reproduce in the form of plantlets that cover the edges of each leaf. When the buds are, the leaf falls on fertile soil. New plants start growing from the buds. Can you say any other plants that grow from leaves? Money plant, aloe vera, snake plant, spider plant, etc. This vegetative propagation gives a new plant individuals without the protection of seeds. Many different types of roots exhibit vegetative reproduction. What is the other name of vegetative reproduction? Vegetative propagation. There are several advantages of vegetative propagation, mainly that the produced offspring are clones of their parent plants. Vegetative propagation saves farmers a lot of time and money as it allows for faster crop overturn. Vegetative reproduction offers research advantages in several areas of biology and has practical usage when it comes to afforestation. The most common use made of vegetative propagation by forest genetics and tree breeders has been to move genes from selected trees to some convenient location, usually a gene bank, clone holding orchid or seed orchid. Shall we watch a small video now?
Propagation by stem. Underground stems that are modified for storage of food have buds. New plants are developed from these buds. Modified stems like tuber, bulb, rhizome and corm help the plant to multiply. Tuber. Potato is the best example of a tuber. The eyes or buds present on the tuber develop into new plants. Bulb. Bulb is a modified shoot that has very short stem and apical and axillary buds. These buds grow to form shoots. Onion and garlic are example propagation by root. The roots also help in vegetative propagation. Sweet potato and dahlia give rise to new plants from their fleshy roots. Vegetative propagation by leaves. In plants like Bryophyllum and Begonia, buds are produced on leaf margins. These buds, after falling on the ground, grow into new plants.
Okay, children. Did you understand the today's topic? In which topic that we learned today? Vegetative propagation. Yes, very good. Some plants reproduce with the help of their roots, stems, and leaves. This method is called vegetative propagation. Plants like carrot, radish, turnip, beetroot, etc. reproduce with the help of their roots. Very good. What are the plants reproduce from their stems? Plants like ginger, potato, onion, dahlia, garlic, and etc. These are the plants reproduce with the help of their stems. Name the plant reproducing from their leaves. Bryophyllum, money plant, spider plant, etc. Children, refer the student's book lesson 4. Okay, refer the student's book lesson 4. I will send the notes in our next class. Thank you.